Hello, everybody. And today we are doing for the first time actually, the Retro Podcast. This podcast where we talk about gaming news, life stories, and other ridiculous things happening out there in that crazy world you see behind me. So, um, I'm just going to start off with saying ArcNyte is again joining me for this podcast. Say hello.
What's up?
This will continue on. This podcast will continue on in the future. You might see this podcast every Sunday, so stay tuned for that. So let's go ahead and start off with how's your day been going?
Been going pretty good. Uh, just been on Civ 6 all day. Civilization 6. Didn't really do much. I mean, it's the weekend, so
Yeah, it
just
is.
chilling really.
It is Sunday, and it has been quite tiring today, in my opinion. It's like I've been recording Battlefront 2 all morning, and I just posted a video, which would be in my channel below. Go check it out. And it took me forever to edit that video because there was a lot of gaps and stuff that was like I didn't really have any commentary in it.
Yeah.
But overall, it was pretty funny because there was some pretty funny moments in there. Now, for some channel updates, I am planning on for sure getting No Man's Sky because I've heard it's actually really good. And also, for everyone out there, no, I will not really be like uploading. Like, I will slowly stop uploading Gran Turismo anymore because honestly, it's getting more and more repetitive. So eventually, you will start seeing less and less of it. Until Gran Turismo 7 comes out, or I find a different game. So I will only be doing live streams probably every Saturday morning for Gran Turismo. They're gonna be short. They're not gonna be an hour long or anything. Probably just gonna be 30 to 40 minutes, and that's pretty much it for Gran Turismo. So I do apologize, but it's just something that I'm not really interested in doing that much anymore.
Yeah.
There will be a video coming out for Modern Warfare this evening, so stay tuned for that as well. And anyway, is there anything you'd like to say for your channel?
I want to start streaming a lot more. I don't know if interviews are really gonna come back, but I don't know, man. I don't want to really make my channel about other people. I feel like it should be more about me, cause I'm not trying to be selfish, but I'm a YouTuber, so if my channel's based on like someone else, it's like I don't know, might as well go subscribe to them. But I just want to do streams and stuff, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I totally get that. I mean it's more of like a for your well-being type of thing. I totally get that. I had to do that recently because I wasn't really happy with the past content that was out there with mixed with the new content that I was putting out. It didn't make sense at all.
Yeah.
Um, so to start out with, let's just talk about like first topic of the day. We're gonna talk about um,
YouTube.
PlayStation and well, yeah, YouTube. We will talk about that, but more likely with actually, you know what? Yeah, you're right. YouTube, right? So YouTube's
Yeah.
algorithm is very weird and slow. Very slow, actually. Like it's still having a tough time. When you type in my channel name, it doesn't pop. Like it's like 50-50. Like it might pop up or it might not pop up. But if you type in the old channel name, it will instantly pop up 100%. And that is
Yeah.
a big problem because the more and more people want to check out my channel, the harder time they're gonna have finding it, and then they're gonna get discouraged, and then right there, my subscriber rate goes down a lot.
Yeah.
So hopefully YouTube gets used to the new channel name, hopefully by this spring, this upcoming spring in April and all that, hopefully by then everything will get all fixed up and it starts to remember the new channel name. So that is a major problem that I hope that gets solved pretty much. Um, Next topic is PlayStation and Xbox. So obviously this Christmas, right, Ark? PlayStation and Xbox had another war pretty much against each other when they both launched their consoles. Just to get your opinion here, who do you think won that war when it comes to the PS5 versus the Xbox Series X?
I think the I mean I'm gonna be a little bit biased just because I've been playing PlayStation my whole life instead of Xbox. I haven't really played Xbox too much, but I feel like PlayStation kind of. I'm not sure actually, because I mean they both released the next gen consoles, so it's kind of hard to say who won without being biased because I've been playing PlayStation my whole life, so it's like if an Xbox player was on this podcast, he'll obviously say Xbox, so it's kind of hard to say.
Well, for me, I'm just gonna say this right now. Both of them are not what any of us wanted. We wanted way more. I personally wanted way more for this next generation of gaming, especially with the space and storage that this PS5 comes with. It's ridiculous. It's only 825 gigs. That ran out within, I think it was like 4 or 5 days. Ran out completely. And
Yeah,
I think I've told you this before off recording, but I had to grab my old ACD drive, plug it in so I could put all my PS4 games in there, the ones that I could fit in there, because Modern Warfare pretty much took up like half that space,
yeah,
and
yeah. I
Cyberpunk
can
can't go in there because it'll blow up.
Yeah. Whenever I
Um,
run, whenever I run a high gigabyte game, my PS4 runs like a jet engine.
for I remember using the PS4 like back then with like Call of Duty and all that, like Modern Warfare, and yeah, it was just like you could hear that thing. It was just ridiculous.
Yeah,
Now with the PS5's cooling system, it is way better than the Xboxes. When it comes to streaming with the Xbox Series X, it is absolutely ridiculous. Like streaming for that, horrible. It's only 30-minute sections. So like 30-minute what's the word for it? Intervals. There you go. And the quality for it will get worse and worse and worse. I think it's every 10 minutes.
mm,
Yeah. So streaming is a no-go for Xbox. As with the PlayStation, the limit for streaming is 1080p at 60 frames per second with HDR, but it's constant streaming. You can stream for however long. It's just that you can't switch games while streaming. That's pretty much the only issue with that. With the streaming system. Um,
yeah. I can't really say much about the Xbox because I never really played the new Xbox or Xbox in general, but I think PS4. Well, I heard PS5 has a pretty simple streaming. Like when you just go and stream on it, I heard it's pretty simple to figure out. But I think the PS4 is really simple to figure out how to stream on here too. So yeah.
yeah, it's actually like it's really simple. It's easy to link up your YouTube. It's easy to link up Twitter apparently. Don't ask me why Twitter's linked to the PS5. Before it used to be Twitch. I'm pretty sure there's a more section when it comes to linking, but it's still very easy.
Yeah.
Um, Now when it comes to games, PS PS5 barely won that. It barely won when it comes to like launch games
Yeah.
because the Xbox has none. It had none at launch. I don't know about right now. I still think it has none. But Halo Infinite was supposed to come out this Christmas, and oh, pardon me. But yeah, Halo was supposed to come out this Christmas, right? Got completely delayed. It just said, you know what, we're just gonna. We heard what everyone was saying, which they were saying like it looks like a Xbox One game. It doesn't look next gen, so they delayed the whole game a whole year, and that was Xbox's only launch game. That was it.
Wow.
While the PS4 had the Demon Souls remake, and you can count Spider-Man Miles Morales. Some people don't because it came out for the PS4. Um, I'm going to count it as like, let's say it's a point system, right? Then that's 1 point for PlayStation, right? And then that'll be
Yeah.
like half a point, so that's 1.5 points for for the um for the PS5, and that's almost none for the Xbox. Now the Xbox has more memory, so that's 1 point for the Xbox right there. But as we keep racking this up, it's just I don't know, man. The cooling system, like I don't know if you've seen the heat sink for the PS5, it is ginormous, huge. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I I don't really have much input on that. I never really had the PS5 or Xbox Series X.
You gotta
Yeah.
look it up, dude. It's freaking crazy. But other than that, yeah, big war between both of them. I personally think the PS5 won by a little bit. Some people say that the Xbox won by a little bit. Some people say it was a tie. Um, but yeah, in my opinion, PS5 won. You guys can leave comments below on like who do you think won that war personally. But still. Anyway, next topic is Cyberpunk. You've seen all the memes across the internet about Cyberpunk being a financial and gaming disaster. I'm
Yeah.
sure you've seen those. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It really is. I mean, this game was in development for, I believe, 9 years. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong on that, but it was in development for 9 years by the same studio that made The Witcher. Like The Witcher 3, like probably one of the
Yeah.
best games of all time. Yeah. They had made the Witcher series, and now they came out. Literally, the launch trailer for Cyberpunk was coming out when it's ready. This game was not ready at all. I mean, I don't know if you've seen gameplay at all, but it's horrible. It's completely buggy. But at least City Project Red actually released a apology letter and all that, and they fixed some stuff and caused some other problems while fixing the other stuff. And to be honest, by the time they fix this whole game, it's gonna end up like Star Wars Battlefront 2. Like, I mean, like people might come back to Cyberpunk, which that's what happened to Star Wars Battlefront. That's why it gained a lot of popularity this year and last year because people have realized that this like it actually became a good game towards the end. And
Yeah. Actually, half Cyberpunk.
yeah, and
Uh,
like how would you say your experience was with Cyberpunk?
I don't think it's that bad of a game. There are some. It's a shooter, obviously, and it seems like an RPG, like story-driven game. But most of the missions are just like shooting people, and it can get boring. Uh, Personally, I don't really play it that much because I think the missions are pretty repetitive and they are pretty hard, to be honest. Like I put on easy difficulty and I still get my ass whooped every time. So
Yeah. And did your game crash at any point during your experience with it?
maybe like, yeah, I do remember once it did crash, but
and
Yeah, I don't think it's that bad of a game though. I think it deserves more credit. I think the city is really big and kind of reminds me of GTA.
yeah, like when the game works, like right, so when the game works, it's a solid 7, 8 out of 10 around there when it works. The rest of the time, it's like a 2 or a 3 for me. It's horrible. It's horrendous. Faces like on the PS5, it works better, so maybe it's like a 4, like just below average. But for PS4 users, I've heard like faces don't render. The city's buggy, AI's buggy. The cops and the AI still suck on PS5. Like it's just a whole bunch of bugs, man. Like this game was not ready to release for like at least another 6 months.
I I never really had many experience with any bugs or any yeah, I never had any experiences with any bugs in Cyberpunk except my game crashing at one point. But yeah, I think it's a good game overall besides the
The
apparent
bug,
bugs in it.
yeah,
Yeah.
the bugs, yeah. It's still a good storyline, still a good game. Um, the bugs need to be greatly worked on. If not, it's already a loss already. But
Yeah.
other than that, it's actually a pretty good game. Next topic here is are you like a big movie guy at all?
Nah.
No, not really. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about this real quick. I'm a big movie guy. I like 80s movies, 80s a lot, a lot of stuff, hence the name. But one thing I would like to talk about real quick, just, one-on-one with subscribers is, um, Henry Cavill was Superman for, the movies and all that. And yeah, a lot of people are saying that they have retconned him. He's gone for good. He's not coming back as Superman. You can look up Henry Cavill. That man is Superman. He looks like Superman. He also played The Witcher in the Netflix series. Um, yeah, that's very annoying. You can check out other people about that. I'm not really going to talk about it as much here because we do mainly focus on gaming on this channel as well as arcs. But just briefly want to put my 2 cents in there. That is ridiculous and obnoxious to take out literally like I'm telling you, Arc. This dude, he is Superman. He looks like straight out of the comics. Like, and they just completely said nope, get out. So that's ridiculous. Now, on to the on to a next topic here.
I want to
Um,
talk about YouTube a bit more, maybe after this topic.
yeah, sure, you can go full at it after I discuss something here. Um, I actually got DM'd recently with one of my friends like that. I should do GTA a lot more. That the roleplay community has calmed down. So we're just gonna get back
Yeah.
into the GTA 5 roleplay topic a little bit here and say I would say no. It means no in this situation. But I will very much consider it. But it will probably not most likely happen. I mean, like there's like what else is there to do in GTA anymore except receive money from Rockstar? Like
Basically, yeah.
there's nothing. I've done the heist, all of them. I've done the Doomsday heist. I've done all the Bogdan. I've done the heist before Bogdan, the data breaches heist. I've done I've done pretty much everything. All the apartment heists. Like this game is dying, which leads me to another thing here is yo, where is GTA 6? We have been
For
waiting
real.
for 2 generations of consoles, Rockstar. Where is it? Where I'm making like freaking like hand signals with my hands here, but you can't see me do that right now. But I'm frustrated. Okay, like where is our game? We are waiting for GTA 6. It's just been a bunch of fake rumor videos about GTA 6 and nothing, absolutely nothing. And I
Yeah, I
think
mean,
Rockstar said that oh yeah, we're working on it. Are you kidding me? You're just now working on it? Your game is dying. And Red Dead is not gonna. It didn't create the same magic with its online. Like the economy, like because apparently these games have an economy. Like Red Dead's economy was never as good as GTA's economy when it comes to in-game purchases and all that. Never. Um, and and they say that they're just now working on it. Come on, man. Like I don't know, man. Apparently, Rockstar also lost all their developers as well. I think like a whole bunch of people had quit already. Like they had thought that they were all good to go and all that. They were set for life. Like come on, man. And then for this freaking like the PS5 like like a showcase event where they had showed what I thought was going to be GTA 6. I was going to do a backflip when I saw that Rockstar logo. And then no, it's GTA
yeah,
5
uh,
expanded and enhanced. So you're telling me that you just released a remaster to the GTA 5 from PS3 and Xbox 360? Because remember that. So it's not two console generations, three. It came out for 360 as well and PS3. So that's one, two, three different generations of console gaming that you have not even said a word about GTA 6. Not even like, oh yeah, it's coming or we're working on it. Like 3 years ago, you should have said that. But no, they're just like, oh yeah, yeah. We're thinking about it. Like what? I don't know, man. But it's just very frustrating about that. So
yeah,
that's kind of the main reason why I'm not playing anything Rockstar related. Um, is because I'm kind of mad at Rockstar Games for the fact that they're being ridiculously lazy. Like the fact that they're being ridiculously, it's just like stupid. Like I don't get who runs these gaming companies. I really don't. I can come up with better ideas. You can come up with better ideas for games. Like I don't get it. Is it babies? Is it
hmm,
like is it toddlers? Is it the kids of the developers that are making these games? I don't get it. Did a baby like stomp all over the source code for Cyberpunk and then they thought it was still the same thing? Did
I mean, it's really all about money. Because once they release GTA 6, people are gonna be asking for GTA 7, and it's not gonna be that hyped up, really. So,
yeah. Um. All right. All right, Ark. You wanted to get back into the YouTube topic. What's your little 2 cents?
and let's talk about Rockstar a little bit more. Uh, they just need to milk out all the money from GTA 5 as they can, and then they'll release GTA 6. Really, I mean, I don't, you know, what I mean, like they need a, they don't need to, but it seems like they're milking as much money as uh as they can from GTA 5. So
Yeah. But my thing is that they've been milking that game since like since it released on PS4. Because once it released on PS4, that's when it really shot up.
yeah,
So they made their millions of dollars from people buying the PS4 version because first person, like it looks better. The loading times were faster. It was,
yeah, it was really
you
good.
know, like they made all their money from that. I'll say that very much. I I want to know how they are like what's their source of income right now? especially during this pandemic. What is your source of income? Like, I wouldn't be surprised within the next like coming years if they still don't release GTA 6 that they go like someone buys them out, like some bigger company, probably EA, because you know EA is like $1 billion gaming company.
Yeah.
Which don't get me started on them, but some bigger gaming company just eats them up and probably spits them out too because freaking because when I'm telling you right now, whenever you see another gaming company absorb, whenever something like that happens, you know that they're like that company's name is going to be ruined because they're gonna
Yeah.
have to because like their magic or whatever they used to do, that's gonna change because now they have to obey by the rules of the bigger company. Like that happened to Dice in EA with Star Wars Battlefront 2 because Dice was the smaller company, EA was the bigger company, and EA messed that whole thing up, and that completely messed up Battlefront 2, and that almost ruined Dice's name. Luckily, people didn't blame Dice; they blamed GTA, not GTA. They blamed EA. So luckily, they just barely dodged the bullet on that one. Now, um, so there's that situation
Yeah.
because people are like, it's almost gonna end up being like Cyberpunk did, which I don't want. I do not want that to happen to GTA 6. That will absolutely break my heart. Like, yes, I want the game. It's been so long since you guys have even said anything, but at the same time, like, do the game right. Because like they just at least like start now, dude. Because like people are like, because the reason that Cyberpunk was so bad is because it released way too early. They actually kept delaying it over and over again. But then people started people started sending death threats to the devs of Cyberpunk, and they just forcefully released the game because they thought that they were just in a corner and they couldn't do anything.
Yeah, I mean,
So like EA has to stop digging their own grave. Not EA, freaking Rockstar has to stop
Rockstar.
digging. Yeah, they're going too deep into the rabbit hole, and they gotta get out of there before it's too late. Anyway,
Yeah,
that's
I feel like I was gonna
um
say I feel like GTA 6, even if they don't release GTA 6 in like the next 2 years, I feel like it's still gonna be hyped up a lot and even more hyped up as time goes on. But people aren't gonna get tired of waiting, so it's gonna
true,
be pretty bad for Rockstar if they don't release it in like the next 10 years. So
dude. I mean, like if it takes 10 years, I mean, like I'm just gonna be like, oh what, huh? GTA? Oh no,
yeah,
dude, freaking Cyberpunk 3 came out. I got that right now. Freaking got me messed up. Um, but yeah. So you wanted to talk about the YouTube topic?
yeah. So I don't know if you knew, but Navdi has a second channel. Did you know that?
I actually didn't really. I mean, I heard about it, but I haven't really checked it out yet.
Well, at one point he had it as his main channel because his main channel wasn't really making money because apparently it got hacked a long time ago. So, but anyways, his second channel, he uploaded a video called "Everything Is Awful," and it's more of like a personal talk with his subscribers, and basically he's talking about how he would like to do other content than GTA 5 RP, but he feels like he'll lose a lot of his viewers, and in the video is basically debating if he should do other content but get less viewers or do the same GTA 5 roleplay content and get a bunch of viewers. And he says like he's not really enjoying GTA 5 RP. So what do you think about that?
Um, personally, I think because I'm having this same problem actually, but luckily it's not that big of an issue because people are still loving the other games that I play. So because most of my channel subscribers are, they like cars, so Gran Turismo. I mean, I might have to take back what I said earlier. It might not be a definite like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna play Gran Turismo anymore. It's just gonna be less it's not gonna be like I upload two Gran Turismo streams and they're both big and we do this. It might just be like small streams where we hang out, have fun on Gran Turismo. But like I kind of just, like it's more easier for me because I still have a choice with my games because people like the other games that I play. In this instance, yes, he does have a major that is a major decision to make. In my opinion, I say to diverse it, like keep uploading GTA content. No, wait a minute. So, like, does he like to upload GTA content, or is he just that he wants to upload other stuff in GTA?
He said he thinks GTA 5 like he doesn't really want to upload GTA 5 roleplay content. He says it's boring. It's getting
Hmm.
stale and stuff. So
Well, I suggest
I
that,
completely agree. So
yeah, I think what he should do is to slowly switch over. So, like, keep uploading GTA 5 roleplay content, and then start to show other things. So people are still watching GTA 5, but they also see this. Whatever that may be. Let's say it's kind of like what Pugin did with his channel. Like he just switched over to VR chat, but he still had his other video. So it
yeah,
was at the same time, and then now people love his VR content. I personally love his VR content; it's hilarious. But it's that slow transition. You can't just jump over because yes, that will happen. You will lose subscribers. You just have to, at first you just slowly build that number of other videos up to where it's balanced, and you're uploading, maybe two other content videos and one GTA 5 roleplay video, and then you just make it, you make GTA 5 roleplay less common and less common until you just stop. You just make one final video, make a finale on your series, and say, boom, this is it. That's it, bam. That series is done. GTA 5 roleplay is done, and you just move on to other things. Which I'm glad to hear that he wants to move on to other things.
yeah, I'm glad to hear that too. And I completely agree with Navidi when he says GTA 5 roleplay is stale, but I like him to switch over to more other content. And when I was watching his video, like I could really feel what he was saying there about like how he wants to do other content, but he's afraid he'll lose like more viewers. And I actually dealt with that myself because at one point I wasn't really enjoying what I was uploading, so I kind of took a break off of YouTube to think about what I want to do, and I actually created like one other channel that was pretty successful, but I'm not gonna reveal it. But yeah, I had to take a break, see what I wanted to do, and looks like more into streaming. So I'd get pretty much like two viewers, not even like maybe one or two viewers on a stream. So it's really not working out for me, but at least I enjoy it. So you only get one life, so it's like why do something if you don't really enjoy it?
I mean, same here. If I check my phone and I go to my channel real quick and I check out like the Battlefront 2 video that I personally really enjoyed, only two views. That's it. That's it. Only two
Yeah,
views.
if you
And
enjoy it.
while the Gran Turismo and the Q&A, 17 views, 18 views, Modern Warfare video, 8 views, 22 views. Like it's it's something that I still enjoy. Like I might post some Battlefront 2 videos on the side just in case people might like it in the future. But it's still something that I enjoy, and I enjoyed really editing that video and making it super cool. And I found myself enjoying that game because I'm personally a Star Wars fan. Maybe my viewers are not. That's completely fine. In the future, who knows? I can make like, a backup channel. Maybe for other you know content like that. It's just all about making sure that you're happy and that your self con like that your conscious and your well being is up there. Like put that first sometimes. Don't be
Yeah.
selfish. Just be self aware about your own conscious and how your being feels about the content and the stuff that you're creating. Like do you feel good about the content that you've created in this ego and this persona that you have built on YouTube? Are you happy with that? And if you feel like that question is no, then you have to that's all you have to figure out how to fix that. If you want to make a separate YouTube channel for doing stuff that you enjoy, you do that. If you want to just switch your channel to doing stuff that you like, that's it. It's all up to you. It's how you want to do it. Personally, I will just make a different channel. Like for now, I'll just like for now I'm making content that my subscribers enjoy. I still think that my well-being is still up there. I like the content that I produce. It's like my thing is that I want to expand. It's just I really can't do that just yet because people are enjoying Modern Warfare and Gran Turismo. But like I want to expand to No Man's Sky. Still do Battlefront 2 content. Maybe start switching over to Cold War. And
Yeah.
and possibly the end game is getting a PC and just completely switching over there. And although I do agree that I would say console roleplay is getting stale. I still think
Yeah.
that 5M servers like PGN and pretty much that's it. Um, PGN and probably maybe one or two other servers that I don't maybe know about that are also like doing really well, but mainly it's pretty much Pro Gamer Network that's doing, in my opinion, the best right now. Because I'm gonna be dead honest with you, OG servers like DOJ are dying. They are stale. I stopped watching all the content creators because it was just getting repetitive. It was boring and repetitive. I
Yeah,
mean,
man.
like
I definitely agree.
especially like Polecat 324. Yeah, yeah, that's his name. Uh, like him, I stopped watching him like 6 months ago, dude.
Yeah,
Especially
same
their
here.
their little situation that like with Jeff and all of them, and they all separated. Like honestly, that magic that they did with freaking the Code Zero patrols and all that. I get that Bay, like the rest of the crew, like Bay Area Bugs and Jeff and all that. I get that they're trying to recreate that, but I mean some of the new like the five PDs is what I'm talking about. They it's like on and off. Like some of them are funny because it's something new, but some of them are just like, yeah, I'd rather just go watch Code Zero instead. So it's like they're making some new magic, but at the same time, it's just you're trying to you're trying to you're just trying to milk out something that's already been like completely dried out. Like it's
Yeah.
just you can't recreate that same magic. So that is my opinion on like GTA 5 role playing, like if it's dying or not. GTA itself, the base game, is dying. Roleplay is what's keeping it alive for the most part, or probably about 90% of what's keeping GTA 5 alive is roleplay. Console roleplay, it's dying. No one really cares about it anymore. Um,
Yeah.
to be honest, it's not these big GTA 5 roleplay YouTubers like Ellen Nip or Polkat or Bay Area Bugs or Jeff or Zach. It's really not any of them. In my opinion, maybe I'm biased or something, but it's JMW Films, Chadoy, Ben, and Pro Gamer Dude. That's keeping it. That's like giving it more popularity than before. And let me stand up real quick because I have 5 minutes until my character freaking lags out. But there we go. So my character was gonna go poof for a second, but
Good old GTA.
yeah, I don't like that idle thing. But yeah, but in my opinion, Pro Gamer Network is kind of keeping it's really like one of the main like one of the main building blocks right now. It's one of the main support beams that's keeping this very fragile building that we call GTA 5 alive right now. It's pretty crazy. Cause I mean, have you seen the type of crazy content that they post? It's new, funny, and hilarious.
Yeah,
Now,
I don't really watch GTA 5 roleplay as much as I used to. I used to watch a lot of Puther, and I don't know if you know him, but I used to watch a lot of Puther, Shadowy. I don't really watch, not Shadowy, JMW Films. I don't really watch them that much because I'm not that into GTA 5 roleplay, but I think a lot of YouTubers, Shadowy, Puther, JMW, PGD, they all made GTA 5 roleplay really popular, and a lot of those players who watched the PC gamers switched. They found out about console roleplay, and it seems like that's why DOIJ got popular too, and then URP, and then all those other console roleplay servers too. So
yeah, very true. Other than that, I think that's pretty much everything that we covered up for today. Now, like I said, this podcast does cover any type of news that we've heard personally, any type of gaming news, announcements. They will all be covered in the podcast. This episode, what do you call like the first episode to every TV show? Um, Dang it, I forgot the word to it. Pilot, a
prologue.
pilot. No, a
Oh,
pilot. Yeah, so this is pretty much the pilot episode to what I hope to be a pretty good podcast series. I want this to grow into something bigger and greater, you know, especially at the end of this year, because I'm hoping, to grow this channel a lot. I would love to get a PC this year, so I'm working hard for that. Um, so if that can happen, then that means that means Discord, and that means better quality on everything, and that just means like the possibilities will then be endless. That means I can do whatever type of video game. It could be modded, it can be basic, it can be anything. It could be GTA 5 roleplay, it could be Arma Squad, which those two games I'm playing for sure. Star Citizen, like all these different like big PC games that I love to watch on YouTube, but it's just one of those things where it's just like, well, I want to play for myself. So,
yeah,
like that's for every YouTuber. Once you get that PC, that real legit gaming PC, it's sky's the limit, and that's really how you get that boost forward into being what you plan to be. That's one step closer to your dream. And I think I can
yeah, I
say
agree.
for both, yeah, for both me and Ark that we were both like to achieve that dream into being a popular YouTuber. I mean, there's no other word for it. It's being that it guy that everyone talks about. Being popular, being a YouTube celebrity. I mean, like I think that idea, of being a celebrity crosses through someone's mind at least once or twice.
Yeah, yeah. I
So
think people think about being famous a lot of times in their life, and I don't. I think they think about being famous as like some like perfect life, but really it has a lot of bad side effects. So.
Yeah, it does. Now, it's like I know that none of us are, like, I'm personally, I don't, I like to stay humble. I mean, yeah, I advertise a lot, but it's not like I say like, oh yeah, come check out this awesome, huge YouTube channel. I'm so popular out there. Like no, I just say, hey, like let's say I'm advertising on like, I'm advertising to my friends. I'm telling them to check out my channel. All I say is, hey, I have a YouTube channel. Go check it out. It's that 80s guy, or if they're having trouble finding it, I'll tell them the old channel name, or Discord and all that. So it's just being humble and polite about it. Cause
Yeah,
cause if you're being arrogant on Discord and say, oh yeah, go check it out, go check it out, they're gonna ban you. They're
if
gonna
I
kick
can
you out.
add a little comment there, I definitely agree. I think you should be humble and stuff, and yeah, if you're like spamming Discord with like advertisements,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, they're gonna yeah, if you're polite and stuff, like they'll let it slide and stuff if you're not spamming too much. But I definitely think you need to be humble because like Logan Paul, I feel like he's very egotistical. Every time, I watch his impulsive podcast every now and then, not so much anymore, but every time, like the intro of his podcast is like the number one podcast in the world, and I don't think that's true. I think Joe Rogan is
Yeah, for
actually
sure,
the
Joe
number
Rogan.
one podcast, and I don't know, maybe he's like trying to speak it into existence, but it seems like he's trying to be egotistical and stuff. But like Chief Raditz, I feel like Chief Raditz is very egotistical too. Um, I saw a Navidi video. It was a Navidi video exposing Chief Raditz, but Navidi ended up deleting that video. It was a really old video, and
Good.
yeah, and when Navidi went to his DMs with Chief Raditz, the first thing Chief Raditz said, he was like trying to introduce himself, saying how he collabed with like Captain Sparkles and a bunch of other YouTubers, and his like subscriber count. And when you're trying to introduce yourself, I don't think you need to say your subscriber count and who you collabed with. I think you just need to say, hi, my name is Chief Rats. I mean, like, why do you have to say your subscriber count and who you collabed with? It just shows how egotistical these YouTubers are, like Chief Rats and Logan Paul.
Yeah, like in my opinion, if I was being a bigger YouTuber, I'll just say, hey, I'm a small content creator, and I would like to speak to you one day. Like, do you think we could set something up? Like, just simple, just this is straight to the point. Hey,
Yeah,
I'm a small content creator. What's up? You want to meet? Okay, good. This day, bam, we meet, we talk, bam. There you go. Yeah, like I totally agree with you. Like, just stay humble, Chief Raditz. It's just all about staying humble and staying to the point. And I think that's kind of one of the key factors into being a YouTuber is just staying humble. Especially as you get bigger and bigger, people are gonna want to know your opinion more and more. People are gonna take that opinion too literally more and more, which is why I think that's one of the downsides, like you said a couple of minutes ago. Like that is one of the downsides of being a celebrity is like everyone takes your opinion like if it's like the Bible or something.
yeah, probably.
Like if you
But
say, oh, hey, Biden's president, woohoo. Immediately, every Trump supporter that was subscribed to your channel, and they all do a backflip and unsubscribe. You're canceled.
yeah, it's really stupid.
So it's like you got to be careful with what you say online, and that just really goes for anywhere. If you're not popular, I mean, or if you're just if you're a normal person, if you're a YouTube celebrity or a regular celebrity or whatever you do, just be careful with what you say online. I think that's pretty much the my main message. for this episode. We are about to hit 50 minutes. I was planning for this podcast to be like 30 minutes. I didn't think that we actually had that much to talk about today. So I think that's pretty much it for the episode.
Wanna say a little bit more? Maybe we can reach 1 hour. But I think a lot of YouTubers just kind of, a lot of small YouTubers who create their channel just kind of mess around at the start of their YouTube career, and I feel like they like to. Not every YouTuber. I'm kind of relating this to myself because I used to do this, but I feel like these small upcoming YouTubers, like when they create their channel, they like to troll and stuff, and piss people off, and that's actually what I did when I created my channel because I didn't think I would really blow up. I mean, I don't think I blew up, but obviously I have a lot of views and stuff, and I have an audience for GTA 5 roleplay, but um, yeah, I'm not trying to like brush my ego here. It's just I'm saying that's what it is. But when I was like a small YouTuber, when I had like 30 subs or something, and I'm still a small YouTuber, but I'm trying to say like I used to piss people off, and everything you do when you're a small YouTuber kind of bites you in the ass when you start to become big. And I kind of regret, trolling so much people and pissing people off because now they see I have a pretty stable YouTube channel, and now they're trying to like take me down and shit, like Chief Rats, and it's really just Chief Rats doing that shit. Yeah,
Yeah, man, it sucks how immature people can be sometimes when they can obviously see that you're trying to change. They're pretty much just
yeah,
trying to get
yeah,
the old you out to the public to say, "Oh, look, he hasn't changed at all. Canceled, unsubscribe, you're done." So, just honestly, in my opinion, Arc with Chief Rats and all that, just honestly, you can either try to squash, well, try to squash it and just end, the beef or whatever, or just ignore them. Honestly.
yeah. And I want to address something, and this is probably gonna be the last time I address this. Like I was saying, you brought up, like, I forgot what I was gonna say, but um, you brought up Chief Raditz, and I know I talked about Chief Rats a lot in the interview we just did yesterday. And yeah, you were saying how people can be immature, like when they see you're trying to change, or when they see you have a YouTube channel. You said something about that. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, I
I was
mean,
saying that like people will try to cancel you and like all that, and pretty much what I said is that people will be so immature and because they see your success and they get jealous, and so they will try to bring the old you out of you.
yeah, yeah. And like Chief Raditz and me, there's this you probably saw as like the ArcNyte exposed video. Did you see that?
I haven't been able to find it yet, but I'll see if I can dig deeper a little later.
It's on Chief Raditz's second channel. I think it's called like It's Raditz or something like that.
It's Raditz.
Um,
Oh, okay. Because I keep I keep clicking into his, Chief Raditz, and then I keep going to channels, and he doesn't have it there. So
yeah,
I'll just look at Chief Raditz second channel or it's Raditz and just see what he's doing.
yeah, or you could just look up ArcNyte exposed and go to his channel through that video. But that video, he basically quote unquote exposes me. It's a really immature video. I don't think you should be making exposed videos on the internet. But my point here is, most of that video was a complete lie. He pulled up old screenshots that weren't really weren't true. I mean, I know the context of it and I see why he's trying to expose me, but those screenshots weren't really they might have been real. I don't know if he photoshopped them, but it's not me in those screenshots. And I even texted Chief Raditz about it, and I said, uh, though that wasn't me in that screenshot. Can you delete the video? And in the DM he says, I don't have screenshots of this, but obviously he didn't delete the video, and he refused to delete the video even though I said it wasn't me in those screenshots. So, in the screenshots, apparently the context of it's like ArcNyte saying his like laughing that his dad died or something like that. That's apparently what the context of those screenshots are. I mean, it's
I
only like two
think
sentences.
Husky talked about that. I remember that, and I remember like Husky saying that like yeah, like that could be because he's always unbiased, or at least
Yeah.
he tries to stay unbiased, but he was saying that yeah, that could not be him because he's always changing his username on was it a DM? I think it was something because
It was the the screenshot. It looked like a Twitch. Chief Rat said he was streaming on Twitch, and it looked like the Twitch chat that this supposedly ArcNyte typed in, but I don't even think it was my name. Like I'm not sure, but something about it, like it wasn't, like you can kind of tell it wasn't me because the name change, but it's something about it. I forgot about the situation, but just know that it wasn't me in those screenshots, and Chief Rats is really just trying to take down my channel just because most of my videos are about him, and he seems pretty mad that I kind of gained the audience from making videos on him, and yeah.
yeah, I mean you really don't seem like the type of guy to laugh at like the deceased, and the fact that he's trying to frame you for that is very disrespectful himself. I mean, like if I'm just gonna say this right now. If you're really serious, like if T. Fries was really serious about his mom and all that, then don't try to frame people for laughing at your, like, what was it like? Because framing you for saying that you laughed at his deceased father, was it?
Apparently that's what it was about. Yeah,
Yeah,
his
like
stepfather or something.
whoever it is, like don't blame someone else.
Yeah,
Like
it's real
for
immature.
yeah, it's really immature, and that makes you almost look like a fake with the whole raising money for your mom and all that. Now, unfortunately, I'm looking at the recording timer here, and it's gonna cut off at 60 minutes.
What's the
So,
time right now?
58:15.
Alright, let me say something real quick. During those streams, Chief Rats is like 25, and during those streams, he was like starting drama with DYJ and shit while raising money for his mom, because his stepdad died or something like that. But for the funeral, he's raising money. So he's 25, starting drama during those streams, raising money. Plus, he's trying to blame something on me that I didn't do, and I even reached out to him about it, and I said I didn't do it, and he still refuses to take down that ArcNyte exposed video. He says he says a lot of stuff, but just know I didn't. I never said I hope his dad died or whatever he's trying to accuse me of.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry to cut this off here, but we got about approximately 40 seconds here. So,
Yeah.
thank you guys for tuning into the podcast. That was a lot of stuff that we had to deal with. Again, for all the YouTubers that we mentioned in this video, if you watched this somehow, we mean nothing by you. If you ever want to squash anything out with any of us, feel free to DM any of us on PlayStation. And other than that, I think we're all good to go. So I will see you, retro guys and gals, in the next one. Peace.